Hello everyone, my name is Brad Larson, real estate broker and owner of Larson Properties. In this video I want to give you our December 2015 video newsletter, and let's talk about a couple of issues. So first thing that we wanted to talk about is we have tax preparation going on with the end of year. So end of year is coming up, the end of December. We're starting to get together all of our W-9s to make sure they're correctly filled out for all of our owners, all of our vendors, and making sure that we can correctly put out 1099s sometime in the early part of the first of the year. So that way everything's set up and easy for you. We provide you the end of year statements, we provide you a 1099, and all those are going to be placed into your owner's portal. So that's just a little tidbit about what we're doing with the tax prep. The other thing is, this is part of my personal development that I do with a lot of my staff members, is we do our goal setting. And I'm a big believer in this. I don't want to come off like a Tony Robbins, like I'm a motivational speaker here. However, we firmly do believe that goal setting and having written goals is a tremendous advantage that you can put into your new year. So if you want to make 2016 a great year, sit down in December, write down your goals, and then live up to them. And I'll give you one of mine right now. I'd like to lose 20 pounds. I mean, who wouldn't? But I really want to dedicate myself this year to get from point X to point X minus 20 in my weight. And this is going to be more exercise and a lot better diet. I'm the guy who loves Monsters. I'm the guy who loves to eat candy. I'm a chocolate freak. So that's one of my goals, and I'm putting it out there to all the watchers now and listeners, is that I'm making myself accountable this year, 2016, to live up to that goal. So the next thing I want to talk about is the market predictions. So 2016, I predict the market to be either steady or a bit declined. And I say that just because it's going into an election year. And I don't want to be a downplay, Debbie Downer type person saying the market's going to crash. I do not believe it's going to crash. I think it's going to hold steady, if at nothing else, just dip a little bit. And this is historical. This is not my, good idea fairy off the top of my head. This is historically, during an election year, there's always some dip in the real estate market, and that's been throughout history. So it's nothing I'm trying to just be a naysayer, be the downer, as they say. But I'm just giving you a little bit of fact of what I know is every time we have an election year, a presidential election year, with a new president going to be announced, at the end of this election cycle, that could affect the market. And at any time, the Feds are going to raise the interest rate, and right there, that's going to put, a few brakes on how fast the market is moving to this point. Another thing that I want to talk about too is, I don't know who did this, and I don't know why, and it irks the heck out of me, is all the loan procedures have changed and all the HUD's procedures have changed. And I'm sure it's the, Housing and Urban Development, some federal organization. And of course I should know, but it's a conglomerate of loan officers, mortgage people, HUD, the Feds, you name it. They've all gotten involved and changed a bunch of things with loan requirements and requirements at closing. So what does this mean? It means that sellers and buyers are taking longer to close because the requirements are tougher. And one example is, if one loan document is incorrectly initialed, everything has to be redisclosed, and we have to wait 3 business days. So how ridiculous is that? But I don't make the rules, we just have to live by them. I just thought I'd throw that out there. And so last thing I was going to talk about is we've implemented a leasing line into our system to where that leasing line is going to be covered. We're actually talking about doing it 24/7. So if we can do a 24/7 leasing line, that's going to allow us to lease our homes faster on behalf of our owners by never missing those important phone calls. We're also beefing up our staff for 2016 so we can handle all those leasing lines in-house. It's one thing to call somebody and they tell you all about the home. It's another thing to say, hey, I want to go look at it. And so we're looking at our procedures, looking at our staffing to make sure that we're beefed up for next year, because we will rent another 100 to 200 homes at least in 2016. Historically, we've rented over 250 homes every year, so I predict we'll rent another 200 homes or more in 2016. So this is it for our 2015 December newsletter, and with our 2016 predictions thrown in there. So should you have any further questions, feel free to get in touch with us at 210-497-8686. Thanks and take care.